needs $10 worth of cheese? $10 worth of cheese. The video ideas are just coming to me fast and furious these days. I'm usually keeping a running count in my head of different topics that I want to discuss. And this morning, I woke up and in my email, I had received a message from a young lady. A little while ago, I made a video about the male gender totally offending women movement, going their own way. Those people, those guys. I'm kind of one of those guys, I guess. But in that video, I was discussing why I don't truly align myself with them. But I do want to point out that while I'm not actively dating or looking for a girlfriend, I do have a couple of active dating profiles that are floating out there. I'm not going to say which sites they're on. I don't really, well, I mean, I doubt anyone would actually try to find me. Why? Why would you? I'm not anything on YouTube just yet. But maybe down the road I will be. And then just knowing that my profile is out there somewhere, someone's going to go out there and try to mess with me. But anyways, I have a profile on a couple of different sites. And I'm just on those sites because I have to be honest. I like reading the profiles of modern day women. I just like seeing what they're interested in. Again, like the MGTOW movement, like says all these things about women. And sometimes when you look at their profiles, you can be like, yeah, I can kind of see where they're coming from. But it's not all women. I don't really believe that either. But this morning, I woke up and I had received a message from a young lady. Now, I had mentioned before, I'm in my mid-40s. And the girl that messaged me, according to her, because, who really knows? It's online. She claims to be, I think it said 24. So we're talking over a 20-year difference. Pretty significant. Her situation is she got pregnant and now she's looking for a white knight. She needs someone to rescue her. If you think about it, when a woman is pregnant, that is the most vulnerable that she'll probably be in her life. She's vulnerable emotionally, physically, and potentially financially. And I don't mean to offend any women out there who, maybe are making these strides on their own. They want to just have a kid. Yeah, you do you. But I'm just saying that for a lot of women, if they're out there on their own and they're just kind of out there having fun and they end up getting pregnant, that can be a pretty scary thing. So when I saw this girl's email, about a year ago, I think it was a different girl. That'd be funny if it was the same girl. But like a year, got pregnant again by probably another guy, and then she just found my profile again. She's like, yeah, he didn't write back to me the first time. But actually, so let's take it back a year. About a year ago, I had a girl, same situation, said that she met a guy, he got her pregnant, and then she reached out to me and she was like, hey, I like your profile. I just want to let you know that I'm pregnant right now. So back then, I actually did reply to her. And my reply was, hey, go find the guy that did that to you and tell him to shape up his act, take some responsibility. And then she replied and said, I can't because I don't know where he is, which I interpreted as, I have no idea who the guy is. He was just probably some hot dude that she met in a bar or club and they went out, had some fun that night, and she just found herself in that predicament. So that was the extent of my contact with her. And so that girl, and then the new one, which I think is a new one, because I don't remember that girl from a year ago. I just remember her situation. So another girl today, same situation, hits me up. And like I said, she's looking for a white knight. Now, I don't plan on contacting this one. Like I was talking about in my MGTOW video from a week ago or so, I'm just focusing on myself. I don't need any drama or, I'm not looking to take on any added weight. I'm just focusing on me. Technically, I'm going my own way. But the reason I decided to talk about this is I found it personally offensive that this girl contacted me. And I'll explain why. Let me just preface this by saying I'm willing to bet that she probably reached out to a bunch of guys, and she's continuing to reach out to a bunch of guys. What she has in her favor is, at least based on her profile, she's young and she's very attractive. She's a very cute girl. You can see how she probably got herself into trouble because she's like too cute. And probably a lot of guys were hitting on her. The reason I felt offended by this is because she looked at my profile, or maybe she didn't. Like I said, maybe she's just sending this SOS out to as many guys as possible, hoping she'll reel one in. But let's just say, for the sake of the discussion, she actually kind of looked at my profile, and then she thought to herself, Yeah, I think this guy, he might be willing to just overlook the fact that, a hotter, younger, more exciting guy got me pregnant, and now maybe this older guy, he'll just take care of me, because I'm still cute and I'm a damsel in distress, and, maybe he'll be willing to throw me a lifeline. In other words, she looked at my profile and thought, this guy might be a stooge. He might be willing, just based on how pretty I still think I am, he might be willing to just bend over and take that humongous blue pill right up the keister. To which I say, hell no, hell to the na na na.
Hell no.
Yes, I do like to sing a little bit. Anywho, I'm not gonna contact this girl. I wish her the best of luck. Quite frankly, if she decides to go through with the pregnancy, I'm guessing it's going to be a rough ride for her, and even a rougher ride for that poor kid. But, people have to be accountable for their lives. I will give her one sliver of credibility in this regard. She put this whole pregnancy thing right there, right out on the cover. So she wasn't trying to hide it, she was just like, hey, I was out having some fun. I had a little too much fun. This guy I don't know, but I just hooked up with, got me pregnant, and I've decided to come to terms with the baby. And so that's at least better than the woman who finds out that she's pregnant, doing the same thing, living that same kind of lifestyle. She's out there, she's having fun, gets knocked up, and then when she discovers that she's pregnant and she doesn't know who the father was, now she might very quickly change gears and try to find a guy who's actually looking for a relationship, like a serious relationship. And she's going to try to lock him down, do the deed with him as soon as possible, and then, provided they were the same ethnic background, the hot Chad that knocked her up, and this beta dude who thinks he's going to be with this nice girl, unbeknownst to him, she's already carrying the seed of another guy, and her willfully knowing that she's deceiving this fella, the new guy. Those types of women are the worst. I guess we have to give this girl like a little bit of credit from the standpoint that she just kind of put it out there. But no thanks. The crazy thing is, if a girl is in this situation, if she's pretty enough, she's probably going to find a guy who's willing to take care of her. This is where biology comes into play, and it's really fascinating. So because I believe that this particular girl is just looking for a savior right now, because she's probably scared, she might not have a good job, she'll be out of work anyways, she's out on maternity leave. So the crazy thing about this is that if the girl is pretty enough, she probably will eventually find a guy who, even though he knows that she's pregnant with another guy's baby, like he's going to jump in there because she's probably at a slightly elevated status than he is. Like maybe he's just kind of that typical beta dude, just thirsty for a relationship, and then he sees her and he's like, well, yeah, she's pregnant, but I had always wanted kids, and look how attractive she is, and after she has that baby, we'll be a family, and she'll be prettier than probably any girl I could have imagined getting. What I think happens is she will be effusive in her praise of that guy at first, because she'll kind of view him as the white knight, the savior. He's going to come in there and provide, emotional support, financial support. She'll feel safer with him, probably add a little bit of stability in her life. And, things will be fine for about a year and a half. Because what will happen is, after she has the baby, her biology is going to kick in. Because whether or not she realizes it, deep down inside, she knows that this guy is a loser. Any guy who willfully goes into a relationship with another woman who's already carrying the seed of another man, and that guy that ends up wifing her up, he knew about it, that guy is a loser. Like, I don't know how else you can look at that. Even though she initially was just in awe of him for jumping in there and being the savior, deep down inside, like, there's no way she can respect that guy. So what will end up happening is they're gonna have like a 1-year-old kid, and she's gonna, she probably get her body back if she's only 24 or 25 years old, and before you know it, she's gonna be telling him, hey, why don't you stay home and watch the kid? I'm going out for a girls' night out with my friends. And that dummy will probably be like, oh, okay, honey, just don't stay out too late. And Yeah, depending on how fast she meets that next Chad and gets with him, yeah, she won't be out that late. He'll be done with her fast enough. And then what happens? What if she gets pregnant again the same way? That guy that decided to be the White Knight, he just walked into that one. It's just I don't know. As another guy, I can't feel sorry for that person at all. I mean, you made your bed, man. You should recognize what kind of girl you were getting involved with. Maybe there's some girls out there who are living that party lifestyle, and that unwanted pregnancy scares them straight, just scares the party girl right out of them. But my gut feeling is if they're young enough, yeah, they're not going to learn. So don't be that guy. Don't be anyone's savior. Take care of yourself. If you're a modern day girl, you're out there in the dating scene, and you just want to have some fun, hey, why not jump with a parachute? That's right, get that guy to put a bag over his thing. And then you can kind of avoid a lot of these issues that may come from an unwanted pregnancy. The more you know.